Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got a story about Home Depot about the options trading, but I gotta share a story about what just happened inside. This is not my local Home Depot. I had to stop by for some supplies. And this is telling of where the future of this company is going, okay? Now, first off, I wanna say that all the employees were quite friendly in here, and I gotta be honest with you, I cannot get over how many people are wearing masks in this city. It's absolutely insane. When you talk about liberal cities, you're like, did you realize even the government officials that told you how scary it was, that scared you, have now said, oh, it's over, and they're still wearing masks. Absolutely blows me away. But anyway, sorry, I digress. We're gonna talk about Home Depot. So I went in there and I went and got a couple of supplies. And as I was passing by the clerk's desk, or sorry, the cashier station, there were a couple of cashiers standing there talking to each other in front of the self-checkout aisle. And one of them was saying how she had just recently been promoted to head cashier, all right? So I knew that I was dealing with the cashier. Anyway, went to the store. Boy, it's like literally when the ninja starts, the lawnmowers start going. I went to go around, get some more supplies. I came to the front and there's a line of people sitting out in front of the self-checkout stand. Now, I saw a couple other checkout stands. They had big red X's on them, on the screens. They had the little scanners and everything. There was 4 of those open. There were no, what I appeared to be the older school style of what is it called? The checkout aisles. So I went in there and I went to walk, and the lady that had been talking to her other partner, and she was still there as well, said, oh, sir, those are not checkout lanes. And I said, what? So I get back in line with everyone else in front of these 4 self-check stands. And these 2 people are just standing there. The cashiers are just standing watching a line of people. Now, those were checkout stands, but they were obviously closed. There was no barriers or anything like that. And so I look and I think about this and I go, everyone's just sort of lining up and going, okay, we'll just wait to do self-checkout. Remember, the thing that's taking jobs. Yet at this moment, there are literally 2 cashiers just watching everybody scan their own stuff, do the work. And they don't even realize that their job's being taken. But what blows me away is I remember, what was it, Albertsons or Vons, put it down in the comment section below. They had this term called three's a crowd. And they said anytime they see 3 or more people in a line, call up a checker right now. And I used to work in the grocery industry, so I know what this was like. Call up a checker over the loud phone and go, get over here right now. We got a bunch of people. Let's get these people through. Let's do customer service. But at Home Depot today, they're just like, and they were nice ladies. They were just sitting there and they're like, hey, let's just let everybody wait in line. And what's funny is this, you know, unlike grocery stores, you got people that are hardworking people that are literally coming in. They're either working on their home or they're in the construction industry and they're like, hey, we need to get going. We need to get back to our job. But here you've got multiple checkers doing nothing, just sitting here waiting and just scan your own stuff, do your own stuff. And they don't even know that they're about to be out of a job. Those self-checkout stands are literally taking jobs. But in this instance, it's even worse. They have multiple checkers getting paid just to wait. And Home Depot, you guys know, just went on record. I think they ended up spending an extra $1 billion they're putting out into literally wages to pay people higher wages, because as inflation keeps growing, people need more and more money to survive. Now check this out. I want to talk about this because I think this is very important. This is out of Bazinga. They're talking about trading options. Now remember, options are how the trading community, they're putting money down, betting on the direction of a share price. And we know that Home Depot and Lowe's have just recently came out and stated, hey, the consumer is now soft. And guys, I'm not joking, there's not a pill for this kind of soft. They are literally talking about the consumer being tapped out. Inflation is too much, and they are literally done. Inflation has become too much after the record lumber prices and then the subsequent crash. Home Depot even came out in their last earnings calls and said that's part of the reason why they lost money, was because of the collapse in lumber prices. And I get comments all the time say, Ninja, lumber has not fallen. Yes, it has. Both the futures have collapsed and literally the actual physical market. Now, is it the same as 2018? No, of course it's not. They're not going to bring it down that far unless demand completely collapses. But so many people waited for a long time to build that fence, to build that deck, until it came down in price. Like, okay, it's probably not going to get any better. We're going to go ahead and do it. But now we're seeing a complete shift. Now there's a couple news stories I want to go through. We're going to go through the options and we're going to talk about how Home Depot is getting into real estate. Home Depot has unusual options activity for June 7th. It says right here, and this is out of Bazinga, looking at options history for Home Depot, we detected 10 strange trades. If we consider the specifics of each trade, it is accurate to state that 70% of investors open trades with bullish expectations and 30% with bearish. Now, what's funny is the bullish are more. But what I believe, and they're just looking at literally the share price and trying to take advantage of stock that's already been knocked down in the short term, I believe that you're going to see Home Depot over the long term, when I mean long term, I'm talking about the next year to 2 years, be trading down because the consumer can't go and do what they were doing with real estate. Now, with that being said, Home Depot just dove into the real estate market. Check this out. It says, I'm getting to that story here. Home Depot is selling tiny homes that you could build yourself for less than $50,000. Now, we've seen Home Depot sell a ton of items like large sheds and things like that. We've even seen them make a small shed or large shed turn into like a really tiny home, but this is totally different. It says Home Depot has quietly entered the real estate market. The U.S. home improvement store giant appeared to debut its new product, a tiny home, a getaway pad, what they're calling it, by Home Kit Manufacturing Company +1 last year. Now you think about it, when they're selling a $40,000 or $50,000 product, they're making a lot of money, right? Now, their margin may be slim, but when they sell it, they're maybe possibly making $5,000, $10,000 when they sell it, right? Their markup. That is to offset the lack of sales that are going on right now in Home Depot. Like they said before, the crash in lumber brought down their profit substantially in this last quarter. Now it says here, the U.S. home improvement store giant appeared to debut its new tiny home or getaway pad by Home Kit Inc. Let's do this. Let's go for a little cruise right here. And the reason why is because when the ninja starts talking, the lawnmowers start turning on. Get out of this. But it says right here, the U.S. home improvement store giant appeared to debut its new tiny home or getaway pad by Home Kit Manufacturing Company +1 last year, and it's currently gathering traction on social media as a possible solution to unaffordable housing. Now, what's funny about that is literally they're in the mode right now. I'm gonna get in the shade. They're in the mode to where they go, look, we're losing money. Our margins are slimming down. We're having to lower prices on a lot of things, and we've got to make money. They're diving into the real estate market as real estate is already starting to tank. You know, tiny homes was a great thing for a lot of people that couldn't afford to get homes, but now we're starting to see sales collapse. We're seeing prices come down. Why? Because interest rates are going up. And to be honest with you, I don't think this is going to be a whole lot of sales for Home Depot in the long term. In the near term, in the next 6 months, let's say a year, I believe you're gonna see a lot of these tiny homes sold. Why? Because a lot of people have no concept of what's going on in the real estate market. If you wanna learn about the real estate market, I'll put a 70% off link. I think it's after the discount, it's $300 for the real estate crash course. How to identify these cycles. It's so important that people identify these cycles because Home Depot right now is wanting to capitalize. Now, they're not going out and building themselves, they're buying them from a manufacturer and providing them. So there's really no cost to them because it's an e-commerce product. They're selling it online and it's picking up traction, but I don't think it will sell for that long. And I think that this is the time to wait. Guys, that being said, let me know what's going on in your Home Depot. Let me know if you're seeing the same thing with the checkout aisles. It's absolutely insane. With that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.